Hello from Legion Collegiate Academy in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Today on YouTube, PTP TV brings you the Primetime Players as they come in at 8-1 in a big game here in the Southern Conference, taking on the Carolina Thunder, who come in today at 7-2. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. First, for the Carolina Thunder, as I mentioned, 7-2. They're first in the Southeast Division. They're a half game ahead of the other Carolina team, the Crusaders. And head coach Sebastian Page today starting. Number 3, Titus Gary III. Number 4 is Daniel Quarles. Number 10, Demetrius Knox. Number 22 is DJ Mason. And number 24 is Petrell Rogers. Now for your primetime players, 8-1 first in the Southwest, a half game ahead of the Charlotte Tribe. And head coach Chris Thomas today, it's number 2, Chris Moore. Number 6, Sean Barnett. Number 12, Melvin Rogers. Number 22 is Van Turner. And number 31 is Odell Turner. So that's the starters for both of these teams. The Thunder coming off a 126-107 win on Sunday against South Carolina Upstate in Greenville. That was a game that the Redhawks led by 3 to start the fourth quarter. Carolina Thunder went 40-18 in the fourth quarter. DJ Mason had 32 points on 10 of 19 shooting with 10 rebounds. Primetime players coming off a rare loss, their first loss of the season at Charlotte last Saturday, 133-114. The Tribe outshot Primetime 52% to 46%. Chris Moore and Sean Barnett each had 27 points in the loss. Start of a back-to-back at home for the Primetime players. Next, they'll be taking on Kannapolis. That'll be next Saturday at 5 p.m. Second of a 5-game road trip for the Carolina Thunder, trying to get over that hump against the Primetime players. We'll talk a little bit about that as we go on here today. Turner and Quarles to tip, and it's batted and controlled by the Primetime players. Chris Moore, bounce pass goes to Barnett. Here's Van Turner for 3. Turner, welcome back to Van. He's back from playing overseas in England. Coming up empty on that shot. Scored 18 in his first game of the season. Rogers, the pull-up, got it to go. This is a team, I saw that game in Greenville last Sunday. This is a team that can flat-out score. Both of these teams, the top 2 scoring teams. Primetime a little short-handed. That's why Melvin Rogers gets the start today. Comes up empty, but follows his miss and scores the first bucket. So, first minute, both teams trading buckets on the last couple of possessions, but the Thunder 141 points per ball game. Primetime 143.3. As it is right now, that's the highest per-game average in ECBL history. Primetime back in 2017 was just a little below that at 142.8. So Primetime, despite a bit of an offensive struggle, boy, here's a huge mismatch. Turner on Knox, and Turner was way too strong, so Odell Turner had the mismatch but couldn't score and was still tied at 2 apiece. Here's Rogers hanging and scoring. So Petrell Rogers, who shoots 61% from the field, former SC State player, has all 4 right now for the Thunder. Moore flips it up, missed it, rebound poked away by Moore, thrown off of Quarles, but it bounces right to Gary. Titus Gary gives it to Rogers. Rogers going on Barnett, and he's 3 for 3. Petrell Rogers has all 6. This is the thing when you have a team with depth, is Melvin Rogers has all 5 for Primetime. So it's Rogers against Rogers here in the early going, and right now the Rogers for the team in black has a 1-point lead. Speaking of which, he's got the basketball now, scoops it to Quarles in the corner. Here's Knox. Knox driving in the trees. Mason for 3, missed it short. Van Turner with the rebound. Odell, back to Van. Back to Odell. 4-3. Yes. Odell Turner just 21% on the season from downtown, but hits that one. Doubles in 8 of 9 games for primetime Odell Turner. Stepping into one, Gary, and that's a wedgie. So Titus Gary, 31.4 points per ball game. Right behind Sean Barnett. Barnett is second in the ECBL in scoring. All of the stats that I give you as far as player rankings do not take into account. You have to play, and this is just something I made up, so, take it as you will. But there's a lot of guys like Josh Dillard who played at one game for primetime. He had 40 points. On the scoring sheet is technically the league scorer as Demetrius Knox scores. At this point of the season, you got to play at least 4 games to be in the leaderboard when I talk about it on the broadcast. So when I say Sean Barnett is second, and you go to the website and it looks differently, that's why. But as of right now, Titus Gary not far behind him at 31.4. Demetrius Knox, who hit that 3, he's averaging over 23 a game. These are a lot of scorers on this team. There's a lot of offense as Titus Gary III gets on the board, and it's the Thunder by 3. Block but foul there by DJ Mason. The second and third blocking teams in the ECBL. The Thunder at 6.7 are second in the league. Primetime at 6.2 are third. So these are guys that will go at the basketball. Melvin Rogers, 0-4 from the charity stripe so far this season. And that one is in and out. So 1 out of 2. 6 points of the 9 for Melvin Rogers. So good start for him. Gary attacks, rejected by Odell Turner, who has half of his team's blocks per game, roughly. Just under 3 blocks a game. Rogers has had the hot hand for the Thunder, looking to back down, looking to drive. Follows his miss. Hung up on the air. Catch and shoot 3 is no good for Mason, I believe. Yeah, that was Mason on the 3. Barnett into the forecourt. Here's Van Turner. Turner's double teamed, and they got Mason on a reach. Second team foul on the Thunder with 8:06 left to go in a 2-point game. Checking into the game for the Thunder, number 11, Dion. So Mason is out, and Dion Berrien into the game. Recent UNC Pembroke grad. Step back, Sean Barnett. Way too strong on that 3. Quarles has another rebound. Averaging 12 rebounds per game. Quarles is Sean Barnett, speaking of which, 18 a game. He leads the ECBL. Berrien off the bench for 3. He was a late arrival, so he might need a couple shots to start getting going. Van Turner from way downtown swishes in a 3-pointer. Van Turner. So primetime up by 1 and a tight start to what we expect to be a pretty wire-to-wire kind of game. Quarles doesn't look for his offense too much, but he'll take it if he's open. Couldn't get that 3 to go. Now Chris Moore being hounded, and Gary picks his pocket. Nice defense there by Gary. Down low, the reverse. That shot was blocked by the rim. Berrien ran out of real estate. Extra pass by Turner to Barnett, and Barnett with his first bucket of the evening. Berrien left wing. 5 minutes, 12 seconds into the game. Here's Gary for 3. Yes, Titus Gary's got 5. Van Turner looking to drive on Knox. And are they going to count that bucket? Foul is on number 10, Demetrius Knox, his first. I don't believe so. So 3 team fouls on the Thunder, and we're still tied at 14. Rogers to Turner, and Odell with the finger roll. So Rogers has 6. Odell Turner's got 5. Primetime back up by 2 points. Here's Gary. And Rogers ran out of room. Guard that baseline. You can force a lot of turnovers like that. It was well done by the Primetime players. Chris Moore, top of the key. Odell. Guarded by Quarles. Shot clock down to 8. Van Turner. Oh my goodness, Van. Hit it from York. So Turner, his second three-pointer. He's now ties Rogers for the team lead with 6. Biggest lead for Primetime in the game is 5 right now. 5:33 to go in the opening quarter. Here's Knox stepping back. Can't get it to go. Quarles offensive rebound out to Gary for 3. Yes. 2 teams that can flat out score. Everybody, Turner, heat check. He's got another one. Welcome back, Van Turner. He's got 9 all from behind the arc, and it's 22-17. Let's see if Gary wants to go. He's going to attack this time. Scoop. Can't get it to go. Barnett has the rebound. Sean Barnett into the forecourt. Primetime coming off that loss, and Gary fouls Barnett. That's 4 on the Thunder now. So Primetime will be in the bonus on the next one. 4:55 left to go in this opening quarter. We've got a timeout. Primetime up 22-17. We'll be back here in just a moment. That's me, Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Well, nobody told Van Turner we got a cold front coming through. He is red hot right now. As you see that triple go. Back to live action. Primetime up 22-17. Turner has 9 points on 3 3-pointers already here in the first 7 minutes and change. Sean Barnett off for the second time. Here's Gary stepping into a 3. He's been hot. Missed that one. Follows his miss. Scoops it off the side iron. Tip for the rebound. It's batted out to Knox. Knox attacks. Can't score. And then Rogers had it poked away, so it'll go back to Primetime. But my goodness, that last 3-pointer by Van Turner. Oh, it's from deep. Chris Moore into the forecourt. Van Turner will try another one. Not that time. Rebound controlled by Berrien. Just 6 deep today for the Primetime players. Berrien top of the key, crosses over, back up, step back 3. And we have another rebound for Sean Barnett. Barnett down low to Odell Turner. Rogers draws contact. So that's 5 team fouls now on the Thunder, and it'll send Melvin Rogers to the free throw line. I showed you, the most recent 3-pointer for Van that happened right before the timeout. This one was also deep. Just not, well, I don't know if it was quite as deep as the other one, but that's the second of 3 3-pointers for Van Turner today, as Melvin Rogers has hit his second consecutive free throw. So 3 for his last 3. Melvin Rogers has 8 points. He averages just 3.5 per game. Called into duty the short-handed primetime players. Here's Berrien over to Knox. Tevin Grant, Matthew Todd into the game as well for the Thunder during that last dead ball. There's Moore. Odell Turner doubled up, back out to Moore, fakes the 3, swings it out to Barnett, open look, got it. Barnett's got 5, it is raining triples. Primetime up by 10, 27-17. Thunder, Berrien lost the dribble. Odell Turner picks his pocket. Turner draws the foul, count the bucket for Odell Turner. Turner's got 7 now. Let's run that back real quick as Odell Turner goes to the line for an old school 3-point play. Let's see if I barely got the steal there. Coast to coast, the money man, Odell Turner. So Sidney Sanders checks into the game, and Rogers, with a good first quarter, will sit down. As Turner, it goes in and out. Quarles another rebound. Here's Todd into the forecourt. Pull-up 3 is long. Quarles the offensive rebound, and then it's deflected out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by the primetime players. Thunder started strong. They led by a couple in the early going. Primetime has opened it up here and held them scoreless since that media timeout. Rogers had the hot hand early. He's got the basketball doubled up. It's through the hands of Todd and into the backcourt where Berrien will pick it up. So a turnover there for the Thunder, who are struggling right now on offense, and that's not usually a problem for them. Odell Turner, the fadeaway. Friendly rim once again for Odell Turner, who's got 9. So Turner and Turner both have 9 for the primetime players, and they lead it by 14. Berrien looking to attack. Berrien goes right to the hoop for his first bucket. Sanders into the forecourt, out of control. Back down, Rogers, the 2-hand jam. Petrell Rogers with 8. Half of his season average already here in the first quarter, and it's a 10-point game with 1:50 left to go. Barnett in the corner. Barnett. Nice post-up defense. Barnett almost got it anyways, but credit Petrell Rogers. He held firm there. Berrien for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Turner. Bounce pass to Odell. So Van goes to Odell, who is first in double figures with 11. 12-point game again for primetime. We've got a whistle on the primetime players. Both of these teams are in the playoffs. Looks like a technical foul, so Demetrius Knox, 89% free throw shooter, will shoot the tee. And it goes in and out. Rams feel a little bit loose. There's Jarvis Williams checking in for Carolina. Thunder from the PD area. Todd contested shot off the side rim. Barnett's got another rebound. Inside a minute to play. Good start to this game for the primetime players. They lead by 12. And it'll stay with Chris Moore in the offense with 18 on the shot clock. Moore will inbound over near us. Barnett back to him. Moore scoops it. It's blocked by Quarles. Batted out. Getting there is Van Turner, fading away on a deep 3. Can't get it to go. Knox with the rebound. Knox steps into one. Yes. Demetrius knocks his second three-pointer. He's got 6. 9-point game. Barnett blocked but fouled as Berrien got him on the arm. Sean Barnett, 92% free throw shooter. Second in scoring, first in rebounds, 6 in assists per ball game, Sean Barnett. Over 30 points in 6 of 7 games that he's played. 7 games played, 7 double-doubles, 2 triple-doubles for Barnett, who had a long, successful, highly successful overseas career that I don't know if it's over. I know for this season, at least, he hung around home. Hits both free throws, and it's an 11-point game. Another triple. This time, Matthew Todd gets it to go. 36% three-point shooter. So 8-point game. Offense starting to pick up again for the Thunder. 6 to work with now for primetime. Moore goes over to Van Turner with the fake. The 3, it's good again. Van Turner hits 4 three-pointers. He's got 12 points. And the primetime players lead by 11, 38-27. We've played a quarter. We'll be back with quarter number 2 in just a moment. There's a look at the upcoming schedule. As you see, we'll be with you a back-to-back weekend because game was postponed against the Florence Wildcats on the road. So they'll make that up next Sunday. So primetime, back-to-back at home. Technically 3 at home here in the month of May as Gary comes back in to hit a triple. Titus Gary's got 11. Lone player in double figures as Van Turner with 2 more. His first 2-point make. He hit 4 three-pointers in the first quarter. He's got 14 points now, fading away. Matthew Todd starting to feel good about himself. That pass a little bit too high for Barnett. So primetime players will turn it over. That's an area of concern for the 8-1 primetime players. 18.3 turnovers per game. A little bit on the high side at this level, but only a few of them so far here today. That was the second, I believe, turnover as Gary misses that 3. Van Turner has not been shy about getting his shots up today. He's had the hot hand, comes up empty that time. Now Gary attacks the bucket. Scoops it, no. Offensive rebound out to Mason for 3. Can't get it to go. Barnett collects. Sidney Sanders back out to Turner. Van Turner, that is. Here's Moore in the lane. It's his first bucket. Chris Moore averaging 27 points per ball game, over 20 points in every game so far. Over 50% shooting 7 times this season. Boy, Matthew Todd missed his first couple of shots, but he's come on strong here for Carolina. It's a 7-point game. Primetime's led by as many as 14. Here's Barnett long on the three. Rebound to Williams. Williams sees daylight, goes to the hoop. It's rejected by Barnett. Nice recovery. Sanders to Turner. Odell scoops it up and in. So Odell and Van have combined for 27 of the 44 right now for Primetime. Attacking Berrien, and Berrien is fouled. So Dion will go to the line, a 77% shooter.
Dion Berrien headed to the line, shooting 2.
Dion Berrien, I mentioned, just off the roster of UNC Pembroke. Graduated in 2022. It's graduation season right now. I know that Quay Kimball graduating up in the mountains. So shout out to him, all the graduates. So 1 out of 2 for Berrien. Berrien's got 3. That's a 9-point game. Chris Moore on the wing. Down low to Barnett. Barnett had it poked away, got it back. Melvin Rogers back into the game. Swings it to Sanders, who attacks and scores. Sidney Sanders, 13 points per ball game. Connects on his first bucket. 3 minutes into this second quarter, and Odell Turner is called for the foul.
Checking into game, the Thunder, number 24, Patrell Rogers.
Rogers checking back in. Patrell Rogers scored the first 6 points for Carolina. He's got 8 so far today. Gary, the runner from the baseline. Gary has 13. Barnett backing down. Extra pass goes to Moore. Moore fakes the pass, takes the shot, hits it. 55% shooter, Chris Moore. Here's Gary for 3, yes again. Might want to get a hand up on Titus Gary. He's got 16 of the 40, helping his team hang around. It's an 8-point game for the Primetime players. Here's Sanders for 3, no, but it's off Williams, out of bounds, so it'll stay on this side of the court. So Rogers the inbound to Barnett. Backing down Rogers. Now he's doubled up. Moore, contested 3. And the rebound by Williams for the Thunder. Rogers into the forecourt. 8 minutes left to go. Away from the hoop, we have an offensive foul.
Number 1 for the Thunder, Todd Matthews, his second.
Matthew Todd picked up the foul. So Rogers to inbound now, inside 8 minutes to go in the opening half. Odell Turner on the right wing. Barnett just inside the arc. Bouncy rims, helping Sean Barnett rim it in. Barnett has 9, answering right back, going right to the hoop. It's Patrell Rogers, who's now in double figures with 10. Pass batted back. Nice defense by Williams. Extra pass goes to Sanders, and Sanders on the back door. 52-42, 7:20 to go in the half. Todd, heat check, got another one. Matthew Todd is up to 11. Got a foul called on Gary. That's the second on Carolina. Looks like Knox going to come back in.
And 10, Demetrius Knox checks back in.
So Knox in for Williams. More inbound to Barnett. Rogers has been on Barnett when he's been in the game and forces him into a turnover. Rogers into the forecourt, inside 7 to go in the half. Rogers draws contact, but can't get the bucket. He will go to the line for 2, though. Terrell Rogers. So the Carolina Thunder and Primetime Players have met a lot in the playoffs, and it's not gone well for the Thunder up to this point. They met in the championship game back in 2017. Primetime won that one, 123-105. They also met in 2018 and in 2021. Both of those games were conference title games. In 2018, Primetime won that easy, 146-107. And then 2 years ago, or last year, excuse me, the Southern Championship, Primetime won that by 12, 160-148. Thunder have beaten Primetime in the regular season back in 2019. It was 145-142 in favor of the Thunder. Melvin Rogers in double figures. He's got 10, looking sharp for Primetime. 7-point game for the Primetime Players. Thunder found themselves down by 14, but they are picking it up offensively in a big way. Thanks to Titus Gary, who's got 19 points. Sean Barnett answers right back. He's now got 11. 56-50 Primetime, nearing the midway point of the second quarter. Mason is blocked but fouled, so Mason goes to the line. And that's the thing, when you've got Gary's averaging 31, Knox 23, Mason about 25, Petrell Rogers about 15, Matthew Todd about 13. Tevin Graham, who we haven't seen, averages about 16 a game. When you have that kind of depth, hey, DJ Mason, who scored 32 points, and if y'all were with me on Sunday, you know what DJ Mason did. That's his first point. And the team's only down by 4. That's the kind of depth and the kind of scoring ability on this Thunder team. And they will certainly be contenders, along with Charlotte, along with these Primetime Players. Columbia had a good, or Carolina Crusaders had a good start to the season. We'll see what they do in the playoffs. It's not a foregone conclusion just because the Primetime Players have won it every year that they will keep winning it every year. There's a lot of good talent in this league, and especially on that bench of that Carolina Thunder team. Gary goes around Rogers. Can't miss, or misses the layup. And then more free throws to come here. Barnett going to be called for the foul, so Mason going back to the line. Mason on Sunday did a lot of his damage from the outside. Last couple of possessions, he's trying to get down low and attack the bucket. So he's 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. We will take time out. It's a 2-point game just like that. The Thunder working themselves back from double digits. Primetime still maintains the lead, though. We'll step aside and come back here in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. We've got 5:18 left to go in the half. attacking Sidney Sanders, and he scores. Sanders has 6. Leading scorer in the game is Titus Gary III. Say the full name. He's got 19 points. Turnover that time for the Thunder. Oh. Van Turner back in. He's got 14 for the primetime players. There's Barnett. Rogers again on him. Barnett, the face-up, spins in. Sean Barnett's got 13, so Van Turner's got 14. Odell Turner, Sean Barnett have 13 points each, and Melvin Rogers with 10. Knox. Here comes Mason scooping it up and in. First field goal for DJ Mason. Mason looking for the steal now. Barnett stays with it. It's batted back to Barnett now. More open 3. Can't get it to go. And the volleyball by Sean Barnett, who's now got 15 in the game. 6-point lead for primetime. It's been an entertaining first half. Gary putting the moves on, couldn't get the jumper to go. Barnett over to Sanders on the wing. Here's Odell Turner. Sean Barnett will step back and pop. Missed it short. Corrals the rebound. Mason's got the range. Rims that one in. DJ Mason starting to cook. He's got 9. 40% from 3 on the season. Cuts the primetime lead in half. Here is Moore with 12 to shoot. Driving on Quarles. Out to Odell Turner with 5 to shoot. Sanders got a hoist. He does. It's in and out. Quarles another rebound. Rogers, top of the key, steps into a triple. No, Quarles tried to follow it. Couldn't get it in the air. Here's Chris Moore now to Van Turner. The runner in and out. Barnett, offensive rebound. Back to Van. Van had it poked away. Nice defense there by Knox. Body down. Numbers for primetime, and that was a hard foul on Rogers. So the officials will talk whether that's going to be a flagrant or not. I would think probably a flagrant 1. So Sanders called for a flagrant 1. 2 shots in the ball now for the Thunder. So Patrell Rogers, 64% at the line this season.
Rogers shooting the bonus.
And here's an opportunity now for the Thunder with this possession to take the lead as they cut it down to 1. Now they'll have the basketball with 2:47 to go.
Dion Bear checking into the game for the Thunder.
Berrien returns for Carolina. As Gary goes to the bench with those 19 points. Traveling the call there, so Thunder turn it over again, and it'll be primetime basketball with 2:41 to go here in the half. More to Barnett for 3. Yes. Sean Barnett's got 18. Here's Knox. Knox, nice extra pass to Berrien, who lays it up and in. All eyes were on Knox. Demetrius Knox just 5.7, but He can ball. Those of you who met me, you know I love when my fellow short people succeed on the court. I love it. Here is Barnett fading away out of bounds. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Berrien. Here is Mason for three. An air ball. Van Turner has his pocket picked by Mason. Mason scoops it up and in. That is a lesson for a lot of young people if you're watching out there, basketball prodigies. You notice DJ Mason just airballed a shot. He didn't have his head down defensively running back. And that's why he was able to make a play for his team and make that defensive steal. Rogers double pump in the air off the back iron. Ball tipped back to him. He'll try it again in the air. No good. Tip for the rebound. Rogers has it for PrimeTime. So Melvin Rogers back in for PrimeTime. Moore for three. No. Rebound by Knox. Knox step back three. Can't get it to go. Berrien, yes. And the Carolina Thunder have their first lead since about the first 4 minutes in the opening quarter. 67-65, a barn burner here in this first half. Minute left to go. Chris Moore ties us right back up. He's got 6 points tonight. Carolina can take their time here and still go 2 for 1. Rogers, yes, over Rogers. Latrell Rogers with 15 tonight. 2 for 1 now for PrimeTime. Let's see if they try to go quickly. Barnett was looking for it. He didn't see anything he liked, so he'll pull it back. Nice job by the Thunder getting back on defense. Van Turner. Looking to back down. Turner, he does. 16 for Van Turner. 9 seconds to work with. Rogers for Carolina. Tied at 69. 2. Rogers hoists an air ball, and that will conclude the opening 24 minutes. Nothing decided. The PrimeTime players at 8-1. The Carolina Thunder at 7-2. We got a great game in store. 69 apiece. We'll go to the half. We'll be back with you in about, it looks like about a little less than 11 minutes. We'll be back with all the second half action, so don't go too far. Welcome back. Second half action, all tied at 69. Primetime players 8-1. Carolina Thunder 7-2. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Leading scorers in the half for the Thunder, it was Titus Gary III, 19 points. Also in double figures for Carolina. Patrell Rogers started strong. He had the first 6 points for the team, finished with 15 and a half. DJ Mason had 16. Matthew Todd with 11 in the first half. For the primetime players, Sean Barnett finished the half strong, 18 first half points. Van Turner, 4 3-pointers, 16 points in the game. Odell Turner with 13 points in the game. So that's the first half leaders, as Chris Moore had a quiet 6 in the first half, but as we all know, he can get it going at any point and scores there. So Moore now with 9 here this evening. Moore to Barnett. Barnett, tough angle, got it to go. He's up to 20. Sean Barnett having shoe trouble here today. Slow to get back on defense. I don't think the Thunder really recognized, though. Backing down, scoring anyways, is DJ Mason, who's got 18 now here tonight. And a foul called on Mason on a reach on the inbound. Carolina Thunder Game 2, a 5-game road trip. They're at Garden City next Saturday afternoon. Primetime players started back-to-back at home. Next Saturday, they host Kannapolis at 5 p.m. They will also be on the road next Saturday, so 2 games Saturday and Sunday next week for the primetime players. We had that Florence game rescheduled, and then after next weekend, we got the rematch against Charlotte. That should be a fun one. Barnett up to 22. 5-point lead for primetime players here in the first 90 seconds. Knox attacks. Knox blocked by Rogers. Barnett throws it ahead to Van Turner. Extra pass out to Moore for 3. Yes! So Moore's got 2 3-pointers here in this second half. He's up to 12 points and a timeout by the Carolina Thunder. 10:20 left to go here in this third quarter. 79-71, primetime players leading by 8. Chris Sheeman, that's me. Glad to be with you here tonight. 8-point lead, good second half start for primetime. They already have 10 points on the board. Thunder basketball. Thunder can get themselves in the conversation as they have a blocking foul called on Turner.
Foul number 31, Odell Turner, his third, team first.
Odell Turner's got 3. Primetime just 6 deep on the bench is Sidney Sanders, so they do have to be careful racking up the fouls. Here's Knox for 3, good ball movement. Another offensive rebound by Quarles. Gary will try a 3, in and out, and Rogers with the good box out. Van Turner, the hesitation. And it's volleyballed up and in by Odell Turner. We saw Sean Barnett do that back in the first half. Primetime players back up double figures. Tied at 69 to start this second half. Primetime led by as many as 14 in the first half. And Odell Turner runs out of real estate. So Chris Moore looking for the full court dime. Led him a little bit too far underneath the hoop. So PrimeTime led by as many as 14. Carolina Thunder led a couple of times early on in the first 4 minutes. They were trading the lead back and forth. They also briefly led towards the end of the first half. Rogers backing down Rogers. Here's Berrien on the wing. Back to Rogers. 12 to shoot. Driving on Melvin Rogers is Petrell Rogers, and a foul called on Melvin.
That was number 12, Melvin Rogers. His first team second, Thunderball.
Petrell Rogers, 64% at the line.
Rogers at the line will be shooting the bonus.
So 8-point game as Petrell Rogers, former SC State player, back in 2016. Sean Barnett, scoop to Van Turner. They're staying on Van out on the wing now after he hit those 4 3-pointers in the first quarter. He's been held relatively in check since then. Odell Turner, tough angle on that one. Good defense there by Quarles. And here come the Thunder down by 8. They look to feed it to Quarles, but Moore's there to intercept. Throw ahead to Barnett, who lays it up and in. Sean Barnett's got 24, averaging 35.4 points per game this season. Lead back to 10. Berrien right to the hoop, uncontested. Dion Berrien has 9. Barnett, Chris Moore in the post. You don't see that too often. Gets the offensive rebound, tapped it back out. Moore held. No bucket.
That was number 10, Demetrius Knox, his second.
PrimeTime players have 5 active players averaging double-doubles, 25 total double-doubles, and 3 triple-doubles so far this season in 9 games amongst all of their players. Nice pass by Rogers. Barnett had it swatted away by Quarles. Gary pull-up 3. Too strong. Tip for the rebound, and it's going out of bounds off the PrimeTime players. So Rogers will inbound it. Chris Moore touched it last. Into Knox. Berrien top of the key. 4-3. Yes. Berrien's got a dozen, and the lead is cut down to 5. Thunder hanging around once again after the PrimeTime players went up double figures. That's going to be an illegal screen on Sean Barnett, and PrimeTime is really starting to rack up the fouls here in this third quarter.
Thunder on the side.
Berrien top of the key. Had it poked away by Barnett. And Barnett deflected that off of Knox. Well defended there by Sean Barnett. Chris Moore behind the back. No look pass to Odell Turner. His second three-pointer tonight. Odell Turner's got 18. Ooh, that was a tough hanging bucket. Petrell Rogers with 19 matches Titus Gary III for his team's lead now with those 19 points. Barnett backing down in a three-point game, fading away. It's off the back rim. Here come the Thunder. Berrien stops and goes. Pull up in the lane. Yes. Dion Berrien's got 14. Timeout called by the Primetime players. 6:06 left to go. We'll be back. So 20-second timeout there for the Primetime players. 86-82, the correct score on your screen as Van Turner goes to the hoop, has it blocked by Quarles. Recovered by Rogers, out to Moore for three. Yes. Chris Moore, his third three-pointer, 89-82. Moore up to 15 tonight. Berrien for three. Barnett the rebound. Barnett looking to push. Extra pass to Rogers, and it's going to be an offensive foul called on Primetime. 4 fouls on Odell Turner now. And another timeout. 5:28 left to go here in the third quarter. 89-82, Primetime by 7. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Look at the upcoming schedule as we're back to live action. 5:22 to go here in the third quarter as Todd into the game. Misses his first shot. Missed his first couple off the bench in the first half and then came on strong. Matthew Todd with 11 points. Sidney Sanders also in for Odell Turner, who's in foul trouble with 4. Knox couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound controlled by Carolina, though. The Thunder found themselves down by 10 early as Berrien scores. He's got 16, and it's a 5-point game, 89-84. Barnett scoops it up. Can't get it to go. Here come the Thunder, and they throw it out of bounds. 4:36 remaining here in the third quarter. 2 of the top teams in the East Coast Basketball League doing work here at Legion Collegiate. Moore pull-up left of the lane, rims it in. Chris Moore had 6 at the half. He's got 17 in the game now, 11 in the quarter. Right to the hoop, Berrien again uncontested. 18 points for Dion Berrien, 5-point game again. 2 top scoring teams in the ECBL. Primetime players 143 a game, 141 for Carolina. Knox attacks. Knox throws it up and in. Knox has 8, below his average of 23. Van Turner pull up, no. Rebound controlled by Berrien. Knox into the forecourt. And Knox fouled on a reach by Sanders, and I believe the Thunder are in the bonus. 3:31 left to go. Demetrius Knox, good free throw shooter. Missed a technical earlier. 89.3 though percent from the charity stripe this season. Knox a good scorer at Morris College. And he is in double figures now with 10. It's a 3-point game, 93-90. PrimeTime up. Sidney Sanders. Here's Van Turner. Goes around Todd and scores. Too easy for Van Turner. He's got 18. Berrien. Tough bucket there by Rogers. Petrell Rogers with 21. Thunder called for a delay of game warning as we go inside 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Van Turner from way downtown. Can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Berrien. Berrien attacks, makes the extra pass to the big guy Mason. Mason scores. 15 for Mason. And the PrimeTime players clinging to a 1-point lead, 95-94. Barnett with 5 to shoot. Out to Moore. Moore with 2, got a hoist. He does, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Punched out by Barnett. Van Turner misses the 3. And then we have another foul called on Berrien, his second. So 3 team fouls on the Thunder. PrimeTime players are already over their limit for the quarter with 2:11 to go. Jarvis Williams scoreless in the first half. He's back in. More to Barnett. Barnett. Chris Moore fouled. 4 team fouls now. Oh boy, miscommunication there. Moore and Melvin Rogers. Moore thought he was going to roll to the hoop. Instead, it's a turnover. Here's Mason, top of the key. Mason right to the hoop. No contest for DJ Mason, who's got 17. And the Carolina Thunder have come back from 10 down to take a 1-point lead. And boy, was that short-lived. I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. Van Turner hits another 3. 5 3-pointers for Turner. He's got 21 here tonight. PrimeTime 98, Thunder 96. Rogers for 3, in and out. Rebound to Sean Barnett. Minute 10 to go in the quarter. Melvin Rogers. Back out to Moore. Moore for 3. Yes, again. Chris Moore had 6 to start this quarter. He's now got 22. 16 points here in the third quarter. Answering right back, Matthew Ton for 3. He's got 14 tonight. 101-99. Barnett. Moore. 7 to shoot for Sean Barnett. Looking for Sanders, and it's deflected out. Last touch by Carolina. So 5 on the shot clock. Moore fouled from behind by Todd. A bailout there by the Thunder as the shot clock was winding down.
Chris Moore to the line, shooting 2.
Instead, Chris Moore will go to the line for 2, and he's almost automatic. Well, not this season. His free throw shooting down. He's usually over 90%, just 79% this season. Chris Moore with 18 points in the quarter, putting his team up 103 to 99. Shot clock and game clock separated by about 2.5 seconds. Mason again looking to drive on Rogers. He was successful once before, and he dribbled it off Rogers out of bounds. This time, Melvin doing a better job on him. So 6 to shoot for Carolina. Rogers had it poked away. Good defense by Barnett. And the shot clock had 1 on it. Todd bucket will count. Was there a change of possession there? Apparently. So we got a barn burner here. 12 more minutes to go. Primetime clinging to a 2-point lead. 103-101. Primetime players. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here in just a moment. Krishima, glad to be with you as we start the fourth quarter. Primetime players with the basketball. So, leading scorers in the ball game. Chris Moore with an 18-point quarter in the third. Now has 24 in the game. Sean Barnett's got 24 as well. Van Turner with 21. Odell Turner with 18. Melvin Rogers with 10. That triple is good as Matthew Todd hits another three-pointer. Todd up to 14. So 104-103 Thunder. Chris Moore can't get it to go. Sean Barnett puts it up and in.
Number 6, Sean Barnett.
Barnett up to 26 here tonight. Ooh, another bucket. Berrien's getting some open looks here today. He's been driving to the bucket on most of them. This time he's open at the top of the key, and he's got 20. Sanders cuts. Nice cut by Sanders. He saw his defender go for the pump fake when he was on the arc and went right around him to the hoop. Chris Moore's going to find him every time. Got a reach called here on Primetime.
Number 6, Sean Barnett.
Barnett's now got 4. So Odell Turner Sean Barnett both have 4 personal fouls. Rogers top of the key. Rogers getting dribble happy, turns it over. And an easy 2 there for Van Turner. 23 for Van. Mason. Another deflection, this time by Sanders coming from behind on Berrien. And Odell Turner lays it up for the easy 2. Odell Turner now is 20, and it's a 5-point game here in the first 2 minutes and change in this final quarter. Chris Moore takes it away. 3 straight steals. Moore for 3. Chris Moore's got 27. 21 of those have come in the last 14 minutes and 14 seconds. Timeout called by Carolina. Thunder down by 8. Another good start to a quarter for the Primetime players. They started strong in the third quarter, went up by double digits. Thunder were able to fight their way back. Trailing now by 8, Carolina, but an eternity left in this one as we're just underway here in the fourth quarter. And Rogers with a much-needed hoop there. Terrell Rogers, what a day for him. He's got 23. That's about 8 past his season average. Sidney Sanders. Van Turner. Gary back in the game. Oh, Sanders, nice pump. And correction, Van Turner, nice pump. And he scores. Van Turner up to 25. Knox bounce pass goes to Mason. Odell Turner got to be careful and just has to let him go. So DJ Mason recognizing Odell Turner doesn't want to pick up his 5th foul. And if you're the Thunder, that's a good strategy to go at Barnett, go at Odell Turner. Both of those players have 4. And the Primetime players have just 1 player on the bench. Van Turner. Extra possession now, Moore. Unbelievable second half for Chris Moore. 29 in the game. 23 of them in the second half. The reverse no good by Mason on the second effort. Knox comes away with it. Gary up top now. And Gary going to be fouled on a reach by Chris Moore. Titus Gary the third, 19 points. All of that was in the first half. 8:13 left to go here in the game. Primetime players leading by 8. Thunder have briefly led a couple of times. Once in the second half, once in the second quarter. And then a couple of times in the early 4 minutes. Teams are trading the lead back and forth before Primetime had some separation in the first quarter. Went up by 14 points. Turnover here. Here's Knox for 3. Knox follows his miss. Knox, nobody picked him up. Absolutely nobody picked up Demetrius Knox. Terrible defense. Knox scores the easy one. Thanks for the gift, he says. 118-112. 7:35 left to go in the game. Barnett up top, and we got a reach hold on Knox. First foul on Carolina here in this fourth and final quarter. Sidney Sanders. Van Turner to the hoop. Barnett offensive rebound, and he's stripped but fouled.
Foul number 10, Demetrius Knox. His fourth.
So Barnett will shoot 2.
Sean Barnett to the line, shooting 2.
118 to 112. See the Thunder not liking that call. They got to stay with themselves here. They can't allow the extracurriculars to start to affect them. That's often what happens against PrimeTime. We've seen these games are close down the stretch. And then frustration starts to set in. So 1 out of 2 for Barnett. 27 for Sean Barnett, 7-point lead. Here's Rogers. Rogers to the hoop. And he'll go to the line as Sanders fouled him.
Foul from 23, Sidney Sanders. His fourth, team's third. Betrell Rogers to the line, shooting 2.
Rogers swishes the first one in. 24 now for Rogers. Scored the first 6 points for his team at the outset. Make it 25 as Betrell Rogers is 2 for 2. It's a 5-point game, 119-114. Sanders on the wing. Sanders top of the key, now goes right side to Moore. Barnett up top. Barnett to the hoop. And Mason comes away with it. Mason runs into a wall. No call. And finally a whistle. So they're giving Mason a moment to shake off the cobwebs with 6:49 to go. Also a wet spot out on the court. Thunder, if they win today, they're in a conversation, maybe hosting throughout in the playoffs. Have to bring up the standings here to take another look at it. It's not done by division, so the Thunder and Crusaders both have 7 wins. The Crusaders are a half game behind them because they've played one more game and they lost. So Thunder 2 losses, Crusaders 3 losses. Then you got PrimeTime at 8-1. Charlotte has already played 12 games. They're 9-3. Those are the top 4 teams in the Southern Conference. Moore swings it out to Barnett. Shot clock down to 4. Barnett pull up 3. Way off. Here comes Gary. Rogers now. Gary for 3. Air ball. Van Turner collects. Throws ahead to Sanders. Pass to Barnett. Lays it up and in. Beautiful offense. Sean Barnett, 29 here tonight. He's gone over 30 points in 6 of his 7 games that he's played. Lead back to 7 for PrimeTime. Rogers doubled up. Ball swung over to Gary. Gary off the back iron in the lane. Here's Van Turner. Pull up 3. Quarles almost blocked it. He also almost fouled him, able to somehow angle himself not to make contact. Extra possession, though, for PrimeTime here. Sanders, couple of fakes, off on the bucket. Quarles, another rebound. Here's Berrien. Berrien, nice defense there by Turner. He's got to play loosely. Ball poked away, and it comes to him. Here is Moore. Extra pass goes to Van Turner, who got some help from the rim and lays it up and in. 27 for Van Turner. The lead is 9 for PrimeTime. Rogers for three. It's short. And another one and done. More into the forecourt now. On the left side with 4.5 to play. PrimeTime starting to gain the momentum here. Trying to go up double figures now. Barnett. Extra pass to Turner. Turner contested shot. Hit it.
Number 31, no deal.
11-point lead for PrimeTime. Gary on the wing. Rogers fading away, way off on the shot. Turner tiptoes, saves it. Barnett now in the forecourt is held to break up the fast break by Rogers. We will have a timeout. This one's starting to get away from the Thunder as the PrimeTime players have pulled out to an 11-point lead. 3:54 left to go. We'll be back. Are there any other broadcasters out there who do as much shameless self-promoting as I do? Hey, I need work. I've worked like 5 hours in the last 3 weeks. A recession is coming, ladies and gentlemen. So if you need any of those services, there you go. That's how you can get in touch with me. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Not counting the basketball. It's been real slow at the office for me. 3:50 and counting. PrimeTime with the basketball, and they've started to pull away. Shot clock down to 8 as Chris Moore dribbles on the far right side. Shot clock now at 5. Nice defense there by Mason. Throw ahead Quarles. Extra pass out to Knox. 3-ball short. Moore's got the rebound. Here's Barnett. Sanders thought about the pass, drives to the bucket and scores. Sidney Sanders, the lone holdout. Everybody's in double figures now. Sidney Sanders with 10. Here's Rogers for Carolina. 13-point lead, one shy of PrimeTime's biggest. They had a 14-point lead back in the second quarter. We were tied at 69 at the half. Nice ball movement there, finding Rogers for the Thunder. Rogers, great game for him. He's got 27. 2:46 and counting. And Sanders, caught up in the air, throws it off of Quarles. Sean Barnett. Van Turner off the back iron. Quarles collects. If it's going to happen, it's got to start right now for the Thunder, and Rogers goes right to the hoop for an easy 2. 29 for Patrell Rogers. 2:19 left to go in the game. Away from the ball, we have a foul called. Rogers with 4. More attacks, more scores. What a bucket. Chris Moore, those of you just joining us, had 6 points at the half. He's now got 31, 25 points in this second half for Chris Moore. Lead back to 11, and the Primetime Players looking like they're on their way to win number 9. Rogers fouled, I believe, will go to the free throw line. Terrell Rogers not quitting. That's 5 on Sean Barnett with 1:42. It's not, window is slightly cracked right now for the Thunder. Rogers needs both of these free throws, hits the first one, up to 30 points. Came in averaging about half that, 15 and a half. So 1 out of 2. Needed both, but got to get stops on every possession now back this way if you're the Thunder. Look at this ball movement. Van Turner for 3. Primetime Players going to get that bad taste of that loss on Saturday to the Charlotte Tribe out of their mouths. They lead by 13 now with 1:15 to go. Again, Terrell Rogers, he's playing until that buzzer sounds, ladies and gentlemen. Love to see that. This is still, regardless of how things play out here today, a Thunder team that will be in the conversation. Sean Barnett going to the free throw line with 1:08 left to go. Primetime Players, next up is Kannapolis. That'll be Saturday of next week. Sean Barnett up to 30. Back-to-back weekend next week, and they'll play Sunday at Florence. Then the rematch, another back-to-back weekend, 21st, 22nd. Terrell Rogers, my goodness. He's got 35. It's a 10-point game with 1 minute left to go. Carolina Thunder, this is game number 2 of a 5-game road trip. They go to Augusta, Georgia to take on Garden City. That'll be Saturday next week at 3:30. So Sanders up to 12 now. Try to complete an old school 3-point play. He does. Primetime Players.
Rogers for 3.
And Terrell Rogers, another one. Down the stretch. He's not quitting. Primetime Players playing keep away now in a 10-point game. And Chris Moore is fouled with 31.6 to go. So Terrell Rogers has 38. And it feels like 30 of them have come in the last minute and a half. He's just taking it on himself to try to keep his team in it, but can't get stops on this end. And the foul game against a good free throw shooting team like Primetime Players, they lead the ECBL shooting 79% as a team. Chris Moore with 27 points in the second half, 33 in the game. Three-pointer is off. Odell Turner again trying to play keep away. They'll foul with 15.3, but this one is in the books. Odell Turner will go to the line, put a little extra frosting on the cake in what will be a Primetime Players victory. So the Thunder will go to 7-3. They'll move to second place in the Southeastern Division. And again, next Saturday at Garden City at 3:30. Odell Turner now with 24 in the game. And the Thunder will dribble it out. 141-127 is your final. The Primetime Players go to 9-1 on the year and get back in the win column today, winning by 14 over one of the top teams in the ECBL. We'll be with you again on Saturday next week as the Kannapolis Lycans come to town. We'll have that one for you Saturday at 5 p.m. right here from Rock Hill. Once again, your final, the Primetime Players 141, Carolina Thunder 120.